Hi guys, Happy New Year! The last 2 days I've been thinking about New Year's resolutions and I've made a list of language goals, so all of the things I want to accomplish language wise in 2018, and I've made a list of 8 things. Last year I only made a video for my summer language learning goals, but I did write at the beginning of the year, I did write some goals down. I didn't manage to accomplish all of them, but I think that was mostly because I didn't really keep track of what I was doing throughout the year. It was really good that during the summer I made a video at the beginning of the summer of what I wanted to accomplish during that time, and at the end of the summer I made a video looking back on what I had accomplished, and that was a really good motivation to really keep track of how I was doing with all of my goals. So I hope this year to kind of every month in my bullet journal I always write down what I want to do that month, but this year I also want to do that for all my languages. I did manage to finish some of my goals of last year, like reading books in certain languages, making language videos, but I also had as a goal to finish Rivstart 2, which is my current Swedish textbook, and I did manage to finish that one. It was also one of my summer language goals too, and during the summer I also didn't really manage to finish it, but I think this year I should just really, for each month, assign myself a certain amount of chapters. I think that would work better than to just say during this entire year I'm going to finish it. I'm not entirely sure anymore how many chapters I still have left to finish, but I don't know, say it's 12, I'm going to do a chapter a month, or say it's 24, I'm going to do 2 chapters a month. I think that's a better strategy and less vague, then at least I know every month what I really need to do. So I really hope to finish Rivstart, and I also have another textbook that I really would like to finish this year, which is Japanese from 0 to, and unlike Rivstart, which would actually take me quite a while to get through, Japanese from 0 really shouldn't take me that long, because the first Japanese from 0 book I finished it in a couple of weeks and I didn't actually spend that much time each week, so I think once I really sit down to work on this book it really shouldn't take me that long to finish it. So I also hope to finish that book, and again I'm going to assign myself a certain amount of chapters each month so that I can really keep track of how I'm doing. Again this year I'd really like to read in foreign languages, so just like last year I want to read a book in Swedish as well as a book in another language, and I think it might be German this year, but I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to pick. But I have quite a few German books that I'm really excited about, so we'll see what book it's going to be. The Swedish book that we'd like to read is maybe Mio min Mio by Astrid Lindgren, but that's a children's book and I am really excited about it, but I also want to read more books for adults in Swedish because yeah, I just want to read more complex things. I think I can handle it. I have already read more complex books, but the last few books I've read in Swedish have all been children's books, and I think I should also again start reading more difficult books. And for the German books I was thinking of reading, I perhaps want to read Rubinrot by Kerstin Gier, which is like a fantasy time travel story, I think, which already sounds like a lot of fun, so I think I would enjoy it anyway, and it's in German, so it's a good way to practice my language skills. And I also have the second book in the, I think the Inkheart series by Cornelia Funke, which is also a German series originally, and that's also fantasy, so it sounds like a lot of fun, right up my alley, and it's in German, so I think I might read one of those. But both of these are quite big books, so I am also slightly intimidated. With regards to video making, I would again this year like to make a video in Swedish as well as a video in another language. Last year I did make a video in Swedish, several actually, which I'm really happy with, but I didn't end up making a video in another language. But yeah, I should really give it a try, because on the one hand I feel like my language skills aren't really that great in other languages, but that's also how I felt about my Swedish. But then I actually sat down to film a video and I was quite surprised with how much I actually managed to say in Swedish, so I guess I should just give it a try, and if it's a failure, then at least it's a good practice. For this year, once again, Swedish is going to be my main language, and I also would really like to work on Japanese, as I mentioned, but my third language is going to be German, because for my birthday I got this German tutor grammar and vocabulary workbook, and I really want to get started on this one, but I think it kind of assumes that you're not a complete beginner, and while I had German in high school for 3 years, I don't really remember that much of it, so one of my goals is just to start this. I don't really care how far I get, but before I can start this, I decided that I want to finish the German Duolingo tree. I have started it, but I'm not really that far in, so yeah, I've quite a bit of work to do, but Duolingo, once you actually sit down to do Duolingo, it shouldn't really be that much work, but I don't do that much Duolingo every day, so we'll see. So these are my goals for 2018. At the end of the year, I hope to look back at them and see that I accomplished many of them, but we'll see. And probably during the summer I'll also make another separate list of summer language learning goals, because I just have much more time to learn language during the summer, but that's something for later. For now, thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments if you also have some language learning goals for this year. Bye!